Welcome back. Well, the weather this past month is enough to give anyone the winter blues. But how do you know if it's something more than that, like seasonal affective disorder? Dr. Ziad Kadab is from the Fairfield Road Physician's Office. He's live this morning with when you should see a doctor. Good morning.
Good morning.
When you talk about SAD, it's something that is brought up this time of year, but how prevalent is it?
Well, in this area it's probably about 1.5 to 2%, and it gets more prevalent as you go north of the equator. So if you look at places like Alaska, it's almost 9 to 10% there. And it all has to do with sun exposure, we think. The more sun exposure you get, the less likely you are to get what's called seasonal affective disorder, or more recently called depression with a seasonal pattern.
And let's talk about the symptoms. So folks out there, if they're feeling some of these, could kind of know exactly what they're looking for. The first one is something to do with loss of appetite and sleeping more, right?
Well, it's actually, when you get the seasonal affective disorder, the winter variety, because you actually can get it in the summer also.
Okay.
The seasonal variety, you actually have more of an increased appetite. Okay. You eat more, you crave carbohydrates, you sleep more, you gain weight. While you see with the summer variety, which we don't actually think about that much because everyone is happy during the summer.
Yeah, that's true.
But actually that's when you get less food intake, you actually cannot sleep. But in both of them, they have social withdrawal. You don't like to go out, you don't like to do anything. You actually maybe start affecting your work life, it can affect your social life. But there are small differences between the two kinds. But at the end of the day, they're actually both depression. And that's the new thing, that we're looking at them as depression just with a seasonal recurrence pattern to them.
And what should you do if you have this SAD? How could folks fix it?
Well, once you start feeling some of these symptoms, if it persists, now if you're feeling bad for 1 or 2 days, that's not a big deal. We all feel down when the weather is bad. You know, we like the sun, we want to go out. But if it persists, if it's 2 or 3 weeks and you're starting to notice it's affecting your work patterns, it's affecting your interaction with your family, you have no energy, you can't do much, you feel hopeless, that's when you really should seek help with your physician. And talking to your physician, he can decide if this is really the disease variety or if it's something else. Now, once that happens, there are different treatments for it.
All right. So you will obviously talk to folks when they come in about this disorder if you think that possibly it's something that you have. Thank you so much for coming in to chat with us.